We got a lot of... Whoa, did you see it? Did you see that?
What did you see?
It like flickered for a second.
Was it just white or was it?
No, it was Mia, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like that.
Oh shit!
Scary. That's so scary. I don't like that at all.
I think that's your voice then.
Oh.
It must exist.
The second bullet. So scary.
Done, eh?
Oh.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Oh god, it's so scary. I don't like that at all.
Spooky.
Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any more answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? We've just heard proof that it did not exist. That's not a proof. You can't prove a negative, just so we're clear.
I mean, even if you want to argue the other bullet was shot at a different time, it just still exists somewhere in the world.
Exists. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer who swallowed it.
I mean...
Yum, yum, yum. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It went out a window. It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Then why are we so sure the police would have found it?
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, apply that logic to yourself.
Just going around. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Yeah, the murderer had to clear his own name.
Yeah.
For framing Edgeworth right now.
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? It would have had
cover their tracks.
Exact situation. Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene.
Oh my gosh, that's the bullet we have. It's the bullet we have in our possession that we took off of Von Karma. Right? You think it's gonna be that? We have a bullet.
Yeah, that could be where he found it, but if he did, why did he label it?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe that's not it.
The bullet would be proof.
Yes.
Maybe I don't like how he's saying it that way. I'm immediately uncertain now. Oh no, he's making the idiot face, or he's an idiot.
That's not a wrong answer, though.
Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
No.
You can't unprove the murder existing. The murder definitely happened. Huh?
Well, look.
Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Rude.
It's because Phoenix said that stupid thing about it being a special bullet, so it's like...
Special bullet.
If it was a special bullet, he would have had to take both. Because apparently it came from some special gun.
Yarg, this isn't going so well. Har. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search the bullet? I guess not.
No. It was that, but you needed to click the second option, the other option, the second question, you had the other option.
Wait, did I have two nested questions?
Yeah.
Whoops.
It was, the murderer needed it, the murderer didn't need it, and the next question was, he took it to be cautious, or he took it...
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, he took it, because it could be used for proof. I didn't realize how
far back we got sent, so I just picked the other option. Why would the murderer have spent time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Maybe it'll circle you back.
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Irk? Bah!
Had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? Oh, like it's spooky.
It's really scary. You're thinking too normal. Think crazy.
You're thinking too normal.
Get crazy.
Welcome to Phoenix Wright, everybody.
Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Do you ever?
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet.
Because he didn't.
In their body?
No, I think
Did they have to run away with the bullet inside of them, and that's why they had to take it with them?
No.
It fits the steps they're saying right now.
Well, it's gonna be that they didn't expect Baby Edgeworth to shoot his own bullet, so they're like, oh well, this is opportunistic, and so they took one of the bullets so they could frame him.
But then it would have been proof, like I said.
Yeah, and the proof answer, that's why I got mad. I was like, technically that's always going to be a right answer.
I think so. I think the murderer got shot and had to leave with a...
Edgeworth...
Von Karma went on vacation.
Oh, he did?
He got shot.
Oh, you're right.
He was hiding his wound.
So do you think Baby Edgeworth shot Von Karma?
Maybe.
And
then Von Karma shot his dad?
Yeah.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer.
Oh my gosh!
It did the correct sound. I got it.
I forgot about the. I thought the vacation thing was weird.
More like
too.
Man fled from bullet.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die.
The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there.
Once again, I really think it should just go right through you, but whatever.
Yeah, and bullets don't go through people in the Phoenix Wright universe. Also, they don't bleed when they get shot.
Yeah,
so they just walk away with no evidence that they ever got shot. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? I wasn't talking off the top of my head. I was being a genius.
Well, because Von Karma doesn't seem like the kind of person who'd ever take vacation, so I remember thinking that to myself. It was the only time he ever took vacation. I was like, that seems weird. I can't picture him on like a tropical island getaway, like drinking margaritas, dancing the hula,
Yeah, but it was also because he was right after he had a strike on his record, so it was potentially like he was just that distraught.
Yeah, I thought to myself, I was like, maybe that's justification.
Best character in old Harry Potter, Moaning Myrtle.
She's a gem.
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. They left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes, which is why the window has a hole in it. Back to my first theory. My first theory was right. They just shook my confidence a bit, but it was always Von Karma. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet... Arrgh! Anonymous bald man again. The ultimate... This is the serial killer in the Phoenix Wright universe, is this anonymous bald man that's used in every example photo. Well, we're gonna find out he's a character one day, and he did every murder.
I mean, this guy, you can't tell he's bald, right?
What's that?
You can't tell this guy's bald.
Yeah, but it's just that's who it always is. It's always the guy.
The stock image man.
Yeah, it's always the guy from Fringe. He's always wearing a suit and he's bald. It's the agents that were just stolen from Dark City.
Next time you see
Adjustment Bureau.
Next time you see a bald man in a suit, you guys all know he's gonna be a murderer.
That's why I was so mad when Adjustment Bureau came out. They just stole the plot and everything, every single element of the movie Dark City, which is really good. But then they stole the aesthetic from Fringe. There was all the weird agent people everywhere in Fringe that were like interdimensional bald people in suits that were just like controlling the world around you. But the entire plot of Adjustment Bureau is just Dark City being remade without calling it Dark City. But Dark City's good. And Adjustment Bureau, everyone already forgot existed.
Why are they all bald? Is there a reason?
They're just like aliens or something, I think.
Next time you see a bald person, they're an alien.
Did you ever watch Fringe?
No.
Fringe was like a modern X-Files.
Okay.
So it was like kind of a monster of the week, weird shit going down. But because it's a modern TV, they had like season long storylines that were revolving somewhere, and it was some good shit. And it has the best. One of the best characters ever. I almost called him Walter White, but it's not that. But I think
that is one of the best characters ever.
His name is Walter, and he's one of Andrew's favorite characters ever committed to film. Is the old Candyman guy, mad scientist from Fringe, and fun lore for those of you keeping track of other playthroughs on the channel. Outer Worlds on this channel has a character, the mad scientist guy, who his visual aesthetic, his appearance is based on Rick from Rick and Morty, but his personality is based on Walter from Fringe. This kindly old deranged man that makes wacky science mistakes, that is a little too reckless with his stuff, but he's like got a kind heart and all that.
Aww.
He's precious in Fringe.
Sounds precious.
The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside.
So does he then pry open the elevator door to shoot Edgeworth's dad? Because my whole thing is like, there's one bullet hole in the window. Do you aim through the bullet hole to shoot?
Maybe. No, he probably opened the door from the outside.
But you have to pry it open because the power was off.
He's a big man. At least when he's in court. When he's in the police station, he looks pretty small.
Yeah.
The boy loses consciousness.
He has his power from the courtroom. Oh, it is a bald man.
Yeah, it's always. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
I wonder how difficult it would be to pry open an elevator door when the power is off.
I don't know.
I got the impression to be pretty like solid.
It seems like it'd be hard because they were stuck in.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were fucking. What the fuck?
Yeah. Maybe that's when the power came on.
Just so conveniently.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known.
Yes.
I can tell you're grasping, and I cannot deny the possibility of what you saw. Say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the innocent was wounded. There was no murderer. I don't know, Von Karma. How about you take your shirt off?
Ooh.
Let's see if there's any bullet wound looking scars. Did you get that nom, huh? No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? Could it be the thing I keep saying?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow. That's all I can.
Wow.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma.
You're right, Keith.
He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
And months, too.
Wow.
Wow, that's long. Yeah, it makes sense. You got
an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Was the word vacation highlighted in red when he read it to us the first time?
I don't know.
I feel like it I hope not, because then I'd feel stupid. Because that seems
we
like...
wouldn't want that.
Because that seems very Clue-like. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured?
But took it because he was injured. Red injured.
Oh, sorry. Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing. That we're so good, we're so in sync that we finish each other's...
Pie.
I was thinking sandwiches. That's how out of sync we were.
Damn it. I guess you're not my twin, Keith.
Damn.
I don't know if you knew that or not. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh, man. Manfred. Von Karma. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Maybe the entire motivation? Maybe the ability to check his body for a bullet wound? Maybe somebody was carrying a bullet around, labeled DL6 incident just on his person all the time? Like it's a totem of rage?
Why would you ever do that? You think you should really destroy it or lock it away?
Because he's the most petty bitch ever.
Obviously. He killed someone over, like...
Say it now or save it for a better... What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, save it. What, save it for a rainy day? What?
Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma. Yeah, this is top 10 anime betrayals right now. Like, poor Edgeworth has been betrayed his entire life by this piece of shit.
You mentored him for that long?
Yeah, it's really spiteful. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there.
Can't think of anyone else in the world with that name, so...
Yeah, also it's always the guy in the room.
Yes.
And there's no more guys in the room, so whoops.
The judge is like, me?
Me? Am I the murderer?
Oh.
Maybe one day.
I hope so. I want him to go away.
Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst? My objection.
Because it's fun.
Also, that's how you don't get convicted.
Yeah.
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. I didn't say that, but you did, so
yeah,
it seems like you're on the right wavelength.
Thank you.
Because it's the truth. This chair's getting real loud. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright?
In a back alley.
Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
He like sewed up his own wound. He cauterized it himself at home on the stove.
He poured whiskey in the wound.
Yeah, I could see Von Karma doing all of that.
Yeah, he just basically did that scene from The Girl Who Owned a City, where they cut her. Where they just used it. They just got a medical text and they just like used that as an example of where they're allowed to cut. And they just they used fire and alcohol and shit on the knife, and they just cut the bullet out and used alcohol to like clean the wound and then then tied her shut. And they were all like 9-year-olds. That was a book. I read that in elementary school.
I've seen that in a lot of like mobster movies and movies about gangs, because it's like you can't do anything.
I just want to see a movie adaptation where a bunch of kids have to do surgery on another kid and they're all screaming and stuff.
I want to watch that. Nick, let's find out who this doctor is.
It's
we don't got time for that, Maya.
Take this. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
He killed his doctor.
Aren't doctors bound by confidentiality?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know.
Grr, that nobody's that perfect.
I know they are in a lot of cases, but I wonder if a police officer could use like some sort of warrant.
Maybe.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull a bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have.
Yes, he could have.
You can't just pull bullets out of yourself.
Yes, you can.
Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but
where? He left it in him. It's in his body?
I thought he had it in a bag.
Yeah, I was like, what is that bullet we have in the bag?
Unless the trick is that he just left a bullet in himself and it's still there.
That's what I'm saying, is maybe.
Do we have like a metal detector?
Oh my gosh, we do have the metal detector.
Oh no! Oh my god, we have a metal detector!
Oh no!
If that's true, that's one of the best plot points in the entire game. That's why we still have a metal detector in our inventory.
Don't courthouses? Oh wait, don't a lot of courtrooms have metal detectors that make you use
this
anyway?
Would be like a constant problem for him.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Yes.
Please. I wanna. Oh my gosh.
All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it, and I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. I use evidence in a trial.
The courtroom likes
like a
evidence.
little baby. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is...
Wait. Is it?
Von Karma is perfect. He
Oh
wouldn't
my
risk
gosh.
surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? Wait, the judge put that one together?
Of all things.
Yeah.
That's a complicated
I
one
do.
for him.
There's a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You shot your mentor, and then he raised you out of spite. Oh my god. Is that even possible for all these years? I mean, once it's healed, it's healed. In fact, yeah, I've heard that from multiple sources. That, like, sometimes it's just best not to remove something from the body if it's not a threat to their life, because the act of removing can be more dangerous than leaving it in.
And then like your body will form like
Including
a
bullets.
pocket around it.
It just kind of
scar
yeah, it
tissue?
just kind of hangs out there and just gets excluded from the body, but included in the body.
You get those people. You get like
Gross.
those kids that like when you're an asshole kid, you stab other kids with lead pencils. You ever met like a kid that had like a lead pencil mark?
Yeah, my brother.
It never goes away because it's in there.
Yeah, he's got a blue spot on his knee.
Yeah. I think it's one. It's like one of those things.
Yeah. Yep. Well, there's one way to find out. Thanks, Gumshoe. I wasn't ready for this at all.
It's a good thing we didn't keep the dog. Haha.
The dog that smells bullets.
Yeah, he like bark.
Attacks him. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what I find.
He's like, no, fuck you.
Oh.
Whoa! New animation.
And he's hiding it because it's real. His hand's on the wound.
Yeah.
He's doing a bad job at hiding it right now. I refuse. You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? That's not what that means, by the way. It's called pleading the fifth. That's just because you don't concede to incriminating yourself doesn't make you doesn't make it an admission of guilt. That's definitely takes place in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the judge is allowed to put words in his mouth like that.
Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of the trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Do you feel interrogated? Maybe a little prosecuted? This fucking Phoenix Wright is a fucking like sleeper agent prosecutor in every trial because he always gets the convicted we're double convicting. We're convicting two people in this murder for this one trial. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end this right here, right now. You grab him, hold him down. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? Maya, what do you think this means?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot.
But a bump.
I can't believe the fucking metal detector. Stop. I don't like it. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. How do we prove it's a bullet, though?
Yeah, what if it's what if it is from Nom?
Do we have to like dig it out?
It's like a shard of shrapnel
from Nom. How do we prove it's a bullet? I guess we just have to do surgery on him right now in the courtroom. Just cut him open to prove it, because we can't wait for tomorrow.
No. We just grab a really sharp pen and we just start digging at him.
Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen.
Why did you even try to do this plan?
I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. Wah, wah, wah. You really could have avoided the conviction by just not taking this particular case.
Well, you could have.
If he just wasn't in this case, then nobody would be able to tie it to him because there's no connection to draw.
And like I said, I still don't understand why he so badly wants Edgeworth in jail. He's mad at his dad. Is it really that?
I guess he's just been mad about the bullet in his chest for like the last 15 years.
So petty. You
could say that it was close to his heart.
Not really.
What?
Close to Edgeworth's dad's heart.
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. All right, so where's your medical history then?
Yeah.
Who did surgery on you?
Yeah, because that wasn't crime related.
Yeah,
so
why'd you leave a bullet in yourself if it wasn't related to a crime? But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove?
No.
I have no obligation to prove anything. That's not how Japanese courts work. You're just assumed to be guilty. So get busy. This is the witch hunt approach to trials. It was Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
No.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you could dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet to your shoulder in the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
What is it? We're gonna compare ballistic markings with the one in his shoulder, because that's kind of hard to do at this moment.
Trying to think about this one. How would...
I really don't understand why he... So he obviously wanted to frame Edgeworth just because he's an asshole. Why didn't he wait until after the statute of limitations was up for this incident?
Yeah, because he's framing him about a completely unrelated murder.
Yeah, just...
So...
Yeah.
His goal wasn't even to frame Edgeworth of the previous murder necessarily. Unless
no, I think it just sort of happened that way.
Unless he was trying to just guilt Edgeworth into confessing for the old murder.
I think like the original murder was set up to frame Edgeworth, but I think this was like his backup plan in case that first one fell through. He knew that Edgeworth would like apparently he just knew Edgeworth would confess to this one. I just don't know. I don't know. That's a gutsy move to assume that that's how that would happen. Because it could have just all been over if Edgeworth had just kept quiet.
You have any thoughts about this one?
I don't.
Proof the bullet in his shoulder is.
I think it's got to be the
How would
fucking.
you do it?
I think it's got to be that bullet. That bullet has to be for something. And I feel like it's gonna be this, but I don't know how they're gonna spin it. Because
Spin it like a bullet.
Bullets do spin, in case you didn't know.
Yep.
Like throwing a
because
spiral football.
It's because of the rifling.
I just... Because...
I feel like this is the answer, so I'm trying to think of like, what is the logic that justifies it as being the answer?
I think that's the answer, and I don't know what the logic's gonna be, but I feel like we're gonna say, well, like, let's cut it out and compare bullets, like, some stupid fucking thing like that.
If I release this bullet, it will find its twin. It kills him. Actual dumbest idea.
What if the bullet, what if they're gonna say, like, the bullet's, like, exposed, like, you pull it off, like, Von Karma's jacket, and you still see, like, the edge of the bullet sticking out?
That would be stupid.
That would be stupid. Would I be super surprised? No.
I'd be a little surprised.
I mean, in real life, I would be, not in this game.
That's like some weird One Piece shit. I hate the bullet fruit. Now bullets sprout through my skin.
I just collect bullets.
The magnetic attraction to bullets is very tragic. Alright, well, get ready to lose some health. Because I have no other ideas. Oopsie.
I think that's your bet. I honestly think that's your best bet. That's like the only thing, and you know we got it for a reason, and so it's probably this.
It's evidence we have for some reason that we got off his body. That's a bullet?
Give me a bullet to buy.
Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DO6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up on the first trial 2 days ago.
Who are we explaining this to?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a flashback to him explaining it?
The ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. Fingerprints are the ballistic markings of the person.
Yes.
All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched...
That's what I'm saying, but they're going to dig it out of him.
Yeah, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth.
How are you gonna do this?
Yeah, this... We pretty much just picked this evidence because it existed, but like the logical connection's a little iffy, because I'm like, how did you know this was gonna happen? Like, that Phoenix was gonna think this whole thing, because like, it's so unreasonable to pull the bullet out of his body right now, the day of, and then convict him.
But wait. So that means, okay, so baby Edgeworth threw a gun. It landed on the ground and fired through the window, hitting Von Karma. So Von Karma wasn't coming there to kill anyone. He just got so pissed off that he got shot in the shoulder that he opened the doors, grabbed the same gun, and shot. So he didn't have a gun on him when he came to do this. He picked that gun up off the ground.
Picked up the gun and shot his dad because he shot him. So Edgeworth did kill his dad because Edgeworth threw the panic gun bullet that made Karma so mad he murdered his father and then raised him out of spite to then convict him of a framed murder later.
So he wasn't coming.
This case is nonsense.
He wasn't coming there to kill. He didn't have a gun on him, so he wasn't like coming there to kill him already.
Apparently.
What the?
This case is nonsense. It's total nonsense.
I thought for sure there's gonna have to be 2 guns because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Who would do that like that?
It's baffling.
Like, I don't know who just shot me, but I'm gonna pry this door apart. I'm gonna figure out who shot me. I'm gonna kill them right now in this split-second decision, even though it was probably an accident.
I also like that when you think about the spacing of this, it's like Edgeworth crying and screaming throws a gun, which then shoots through a window, and then you hear a horrible scream, and then everyone passes out, and then his dad's murdered.
Everyone passes out, so
like the logistics is fucking confusing and weird.
Everyone passes out. For some reason, Von Karma's strong enough to pry open this door that no one else could, out of his rage, with his bullet bleeding arm, and then he has to decide, oh, I wonder which person shot me. He has to pick one.
And then, like, Edgeworth
goodness.
didn't recognize the sound of who screamed, but also didn't hear the sound of glass breaking.
And also didn't understand that the scream would be coming from behind doors. Like, it wouldn't have been so audible that it was someone in the room.
Yeah, it was a scream that came through a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
But he also didn't recognize the difference between his father and this asshole.
Maybe Von Karma felt bad because he shot the wrong person.
I don't know, this got really weird. I don't know. The logistics of this murder are fucking bizarre.
I'm confused.
This is definitely this is the least feasible murder so far. Because the first 2 people just got beat to death by clocks. And the third one got stabbed and the body was moved. It's like, okay, I get the murder. This one, the more we learn about the murder, I'm like, the fuck happened exactly? I'm not sure if I follow.
I mean, I can understand why it wasn't, maybe kind of why it wasn't solved for so long, because it's complicated as fuck and makes no sense, and no one would ever come to this logical conclusion on their own.
And who would do this?
Because why would Von Karma ever do this? This makes no sense.
Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder right now in the courtroom with an ice pick. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those in the bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Damn. Wow. It's the same scream. Oh my god.
That weird, complicated scream was the scream you heard?
Yeah.
How do you think that was your dad?
What is that sound? The distinct sound of a baboon climax. It must be the murderer.